What's happening, folks? What's happening? You know the vibes, you know the energy, man. We are in the building. And it's going down again, man. We back, man. It's the first episode of the VHSL pregame show. Remember I told y'all we were going to go back to the basics, and we're going back to the basics. Meaning, we're back to the pregame show where Local Locker Room started. I started off doing this live, this media thing. I started off doing this thing in the shed. My man Madam know what I'm talking about. The local guys know what I'm talking about. 2017 Local Locker Room started in the shed, talking about the local high school teams. And when I say local high school teams, I mean my local high school teams. Again, please share. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, hit that follow button. Please share the live, especially if you're in the surrounding areas. And a quick disclosure on what I mean. When I say the area, I'm talking Prince William County, Stafford, Fredericksburg, Spotsylvania, Madison, Orange, Culpeper, Fauquier, those type of surrounding areas. When I say my area, my hometowns, I'm talking Culpeper and Fauquier. Just to put that out there for you. Of course, you can see scrolling across the bottom. You can follow me on Facebook or you can follow me on YouTube. Again, hit me up if you need any type of live streaming done, things of that nature, highlight tapes, whatever the case may be. We do a little bit of everything. We do a little bit of everything right here in the locker room, man. And I appreciate y'all for coming in. Now, we do have a backyard brawl that's going on. I'm going to put it out there right now. I want to give back to the communities in which I coach kids from. So with that being said, I'm going to make a small, well, I'm not going to make it. Local Locker Room in partnership with SAA, my two businesses, my two brands. But the two are going to come together. I got boards on each side. The two are going to come together. We're going to make a small donation for what we feel is the biggest game of the week in my area, which is, today is going to be Eastern View versus Culpeper. True backyard brawl. The winner of that team is going to get a donation. The winner of that game, their football program is going to get a small donation. Nothing big, but something that could help out a little bit, I guess. But it's going to get a small donation from Local Locker Room for that winning team. Yeah, you heard me. I'm going to be at the game tonight. I'm going to be going live from the game, the whole 9 yards, man. We will be in the building. But before we get to that game, we're going to talk about some upcoming games, man. We're going to talk about some upcoming games. Before I get to that, though, I got to check something out. Carolina played last night, and I want to get the Carolina score again. Welcome in. Share the live. I think I got all the bugs out, all the technical difficulties. I think y'all can hear me clear now. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the clear. If you can hear me clear, give me a thumbs up. But to share the live, please share the live. Share it. Tag me, share it. The whole 9 yards. In fact, I'm going to try to tag it. Share it and tag myself. See if I can do that. See if that works. I don't know if it works or not. Give me a second. Give me a hot second. And we're going to get into the scores. The game is getting ready. It's game day, bro. It's game day. You dig or feel me? It's game day, man. It's time to get it in. The season has opened. Season been open, technically speaking. But it's game day now. Come tap in, man. My man Big Dude Rambo been on his shit. Big Dude Rambo, we're going to start picks. We're going to start Local Locker Room picks. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it the Local Locker Room picks. And me, Big Dude Rambo, It's Your Bigs. We're going to do high school picks from the games that we cover, right? And then we're going to see who has the best record at the end of the year. It's going to be fun, whatever the case may be. But welcome in, man. Last week we had a couple games. Just to give y'all a heads up of how it's going to go down. My recap show is going to be on Monday morning. My pregame show is going to be right now, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock on Fridays. Work permitted. But 3 o'clock on Saturdays. 3 o'clock on Fridays, we're going to come in real quick. Do a quick run through of the games. Nothing long, nothing strenuous. And we'll go over talk about some of the games that was played previously. Like, Carolina played last night. This week, it seems like we're getting back to a lot of Friday night games. And I love that. I love getting back to the Friday night games, bro. I love the Friday night games better. It gives you that true feel. It's the best way to start off the weekend of some good football. Speaking of starting the weekend off with some good football, the champs is here. The champs is here. By hook, by crook, whatever it may be, a win is a win. So tell a friend. We started off 1-0. Shout out to my Eagles. Listen, the 8U that I'm helping coach this year, we got our first game this weekend. So hopefully I can get all wins for my teams in week 1. We're going to see, man. We're going to see. But the Carolina score, let me look at my notes real quick. Get that Carolina score for y'all. We're going to see if Carolina went 2-0 I watched a little bit of the game on the app last night. They didn't play the game last night? What happened? Carolina was supposed to play last night, I thought. Am I tripping? Did the game get canceled or something? Did weather cancel the game? Because I see now it's been moved to Monday. So the Carolina game that was supposed to take place last night, it looks as though the Colonial Heights game has been moved to Monday. So they must have had a little bit of a rain issue that knocked them out. Game didn't happen. Max Preps is telling me, hold on, let me check my other app. Hold on, give me a second. Because Max Preps be on bullshit sometimes. So let me check my other app. Let me get back to you. Let me check my other app. Hold on. Yeah. Looks like the Carolina game was moved. So the Carolina game's been moved to Monday. So that game didn't happen. But we're going to get into the games we got coming up real quick. Before we get into the games, though, we're going to get into them. But don't forget, we got the awards. A lot of people see me post the awards on the last live. I'm going to post them again and explain what the awards is. The awards are, for one, we have the Foot the Ass Award. That's for the teams that get blown out. No points scored, a lot of points given. That's the Foot the Ass Award. Then we got the Frustrated Coach Award. Defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, whatever it may be. We got the Frustrated Coach Award. And you know the Frustrated Coach Award is my nephew, Little Turbo, when he mad, when he can't get scores and can't stop nobody from scoring. Okay, and then we got, of course, the Krispy Kreme Donut Award. And we know what that award means. I think everybody knows what the Krispy Kreme Donut Award means. So those are 3 awards that we have. And then, of course, I'm going to find the video. We have the Dino Bravo Lack of Offensive Coordinating Award. The other Frustration Award goes to the Defensive Coordinator. The Dino Bravo Lack of Offense Award goes to the offense that can't score no points. So that's a quick rundown of, some of the awards we got this year that we're giving out you might not like. But let's go ahead and get into these games real quick so I can get my stuff ready, so I can go stream this game tonight versus Eastern View versus Culpeper. Backyard Brawl, Part 1. Low Locker Room Backyard Brawl, Part 1, bro. This is year 1. I'm going to try to get a trophy made and everything, see if the schools will be cool with it. So I got to get in touch with the athletic director from Eastern View and the athletic director from CC, which is Danny Knobs. I know him, so I know how to get in touch with him. I'll just hit him up on the book. But I want to get in touch with them, see if I can't, Local Locker Room can't do a little backyard brawl trophy that each school, whoever wins it, gets to keep it at their school each year, just to bring some fun to the backyard. I'm going to do one in Fauquier County, 2. I'm going to talk to those 3 coaches. And then whoever, the dig, the vibe. Since they killed the Bird Bowl, they messed the Bird Bowl up, man. That was a little crazy, man. They messed the Bird Bowl up, and it really, it bothers me. Please leave a comment so I can know if the thing is, if the comments is popping up. Because I don't know if the comments are popping up. So if you can leave, okay, that comment popped up. If you can leave a what's the name, let me know in the comments popping up. But we're going to get into these games. And feel free to give your predictions. I know some of y'all, most of y'all, many of y'all are at work. You come back and watch it later. It is what it is. But this is when I'm going live, man, right before the games. We're going to get into it. And first up, we got Massaponax versus Spotsylvania. Massaponax is 0-1. Massaponax lost their last game, 2. Hold on one second. I'll give it to you real quick. Hold on. I should have had this up already. I apologize. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I apologize. Should have had it up already. Hold on. I should have had it up already. Massaponax took an L to Cortland. Cortland 35-6. That was the score of that game. Shit, my cord acting crazy. 35-6 was the score of that game. Massaponax took an L to Cortland last week. We're going to see if they can bounce back against Spotsylvania. Spotsylvania is 1-0. And Spotsylvania, hold on one second. Spotsylvania, who is 1-0, got their first win against Fluvanna. They beat Fluvanna. Spotsylvania beat Fluvanna 28-8, and they have Massaponax this week. I can tell you right now, Massaponax is not going to beat Fluvanna. I'm just being real with you. Massaponax is not going to be Fluvanna. So I hope Spotsy don't come in thinking that this should be a good game. But we're going to see, like I said, Massaponax took an L to Cortland. Cortland's a good team. Riverbend's another good team out in that area. So we're going to see if Massaponax can bounce back versus Spotsy. I don't know neither one of these teams good enough to make a pick on this one. So I'm going to leave it be and I'm going to leave it alone. And we're going to move on to JM versus Charlottesville. JM is 1-0. JM should beat Charlottesville. The Charlottesville area hasn't had good football in a while. If we're being honest, they haven't had football in a while, good football in the Charlottesville area in a pretty good while. JM starts off with the 1-0 victory, 47-7 over Westmoreland in week 1. They're going to see if they can do the same thing to Charlottesville. Charlottesville is 0-0. They haven't played a game yet. I don't follow that Charlottesville area too good, so I don't know much about the scores out there, but I know JM is coming off a real good win. They're 1-0, so we're going to see if they can pull it off again. This here, based off what I know from the past, I'm going to have to say Charlottesville takes their first L of the season, and JM goes 2-0. I'm just going to keep it real. I've never seen a team out that area beat any of the teams coming this way. I'm just being honest. I don't see it changing today. You see what it is. You see what's going down. JM 1-0 taking on Charlottesville. I got JM getting that win. But next up, we got a pretty good one. Next up, we got Louisa versus Cortland. This is going to be a good one. We know Louisa got two of the top number ones with an S. They got the number one kid in their position. Two of them. Fat Savy. You know who they are. If you don't know who they are, then you ain't been watching football in this area. I don't know what to tell you. Both of them committed already. It's about to go down. Cortland coming off a great win, like I said, versus Massaponax. We already talked about that. Cortland's a good team. But I might be wrong, but I'm taking Louisa in this one, bro. I'm taking Louisa in this one. Louisa to go 2-0, Cortland to go 1-1. Sorry, not sorry. I've seen what those two can do alone. We know Louisa always keeps a big front line. I'm giving this one to Louisa. Not a blowout, not a foot to ass, but I gotta get this one to Louisa. I gotta get this one to Louisa. Y'all can write these down, whatever the case may be. If I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong, but I'm going with Louisa on this one. It is what it is. No disrespect whatsoever. Next up, we have Sarando and Loudoun County. This is going to be a good game, man. Loudoun County always got big boys. That power football that they run. We're going to see how this works out. I do know that Sarando as well loves power football. Sarando is in the area in which I cover. Loudoun County is not. It is what it is. It's just not. Sarando is. And Sarando got themselves a good win last week off of Amherst, 41-0. I don't know what happened to Amherst. Amherst used to be good. I said that when I went over the scores last week. They used to be good, but for whatever reason, they're not good anymore. So it is what it is. Amherst lost 41. They gave Sarando their first win. Can Sarando continue it? Somebody going to take a loss this week. Somebody going to take a loss this week. I haven't watched Sarando play, and I haven't watched Loudoun County play. I have watched a lot of teams that I'm going to talk about tonight play on the app, but I haven't watched these two teams, so I can't really pick who's going to win this one. So we're going to keep it moving to the next one, and we're going to go out to Orange County as they take on a shell of a team in King George, as Dino Bravo would say. They lost a lot of pieces, man, and they took a hell of a beating last week. King George got mollywopped. Let me go ahead and get to it. King George got mollywopped. Let me get my notes out. Unfortunately, King George got smacked in the face last week, and it was not pretty. 0-1. They took a hell of a ass whooping. You hear me? I'm talking foot to ass last week to Brook Point. 65-0. That's the score being reported. 65-0. Orange County lost last week. We're not going to sit here and act like they didn't. Orange County took an L last week, too. Both of them are 0-1. Somebody's going to get their first win tonight. But who is it going to be? Orange County took their first loss last week to Powertown, 28. Powertown, 20-8. Orange took their first loss last week. I got a couple highlights from that game, but I can't post highlights in a losing effort. No, we can't do that over here. But I do got the highlights for that game, and they do got some talent. And I've got to say, I've seen King George play. I've seen Orange play. I'm taking a pick in this game. and I'm going with OC. Orange for the victory in this one. I'm sorry. I've seen them both play. I could be wrong. I know the game is about matchups, but I'm going with, hey, Pool. Oh, okay, the comments is coming. The comments is coming. What up, Kevin? What's happening? What up, Pool, my guy? Pool, I'm getting back to my basics, baby. I'm getting back to my basics. Pool said new coaching staff. Hold on, let me see if I can't get that comment up so everybody can see it. Don't nobody miss it. Yeah, I'm doing, oh, okay, I get all kind of jumps. This is high school football. This is high school football. Poole says Spotsy got a new coaching staff. We'll have them in the win column a lot this year. Hey, listen, y'all, when it comes to high school football around here, Poole is one of the ones that know it. He's produced a lot of talent, especially in that Fredericksburg area, Stafford area. He's got a lot of great kids like Mr. Hall out in Michigan State. He's got another young man that just committed not that long ago. He knows high school, so we got to give it to him. And he says he follows that up with Orange for the win. New coaching staff has a lot of work to do. Hey, so I'm not the only one that's got Orange for the win, man. Y'all see what it is. You can leave your comments, and I'll get it. I'll pop it up on the screen if it's worthy. But y'all see what it is, man. Orange for the win. So I got Orange for the win, too. I'm sorry. Next up, we got Millbrook and Heritage. Heritage is going to go 2-0. Millbrook's been struggling for a while. Heritage is going 2-0. I don't follow Heritage like that. I follow them enough to know how good of a football team is, but I do follow Millbrook. I did watch some of Millbrook's game, and yeah, it's not going to be pretty. I got Heritage winning with no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I got Heritage winning. Millbrook lost to Loudoun Valley 21-7. Wasn't a bad loss, but it was still a loss. Heritage 1-0. It's still a loss. Let's see who Heritage. Let's just see how good Heritage's win was, though. How good was Heritage's win? Let's see. Let's see how good their win is. You feel me? Let's see how good their win was. Light Ridge. They was in a dog fight with Light Ridge. Got the win 32-31. Dog fight. Dog fight. Tooth and nail to Light Ridge. So I'm still gonna. Yeah, I'm going to pick Heritage, man. I'm going to go with Heritage over Millbrook on this one, and we're going to see what it's working with. Could be wrong. Think I'm right, though. We're going to see what it's working with. Then from there, we're going to go to the next game that we got, which is Madison County in the building. Madison is in our area. Madison took an L. Western Albemarle took an L. These are both smaller schools. 2A, I believe. One of them might be 3A. The game's going to be a game that's going to be a game. Both of them are on one. Somebody's going to come out with the victory. I'm getting word that my homeboy went back to Madison to coach. Last year he was there at Madison coach. He had a pretty good freaking year. So we're going to see if with him going back to Madison, will that fix whatever issues they think they had or maybe had. He said Valley wins tonight over Musselman out in West Virginia. Okay. Damn, Kev, ain't you from West V, bro? Ain't you from West V, Kev? He said Valley wins tonight over Musselman. Damn. Well, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, man. It is what it is. On to the next game. And we got Kettle Run versus Meridian. Kettle Run versus Meridian. We seen Kettle Run's one-sided win last week versus a Wounded Liberty, a rebuilding Liberty, not wounded, a rebuilding Liberty. We seen what Kettle Run did against them last week. I said that I expected to see more out of Kettle Run, and ultimately I do. It's not a question. But can they go ahead? Can they finish off? Finish off. Can they start the season off? Can they start the season off 2-0 with a win over Meridian? Is that possible? Meridian got their first win very convincingly. Very convincingly. Meridian got their win. He said, I live there, but I'm from Okay, then that explains it all. Meridian got their first win very convincingly over Justice, 55-0. That's what we call foot to ass. 55-0. Kettle Run, yours was 30. That's a 20-point. You get what I'm saying here. So with that being said, can Kettle Run? I have not seen Meridian play. I have seen Kettle Run play. I know Kettle Run's got a lot of talent on them there. Some of it was sitting on the bench. Should have been on the field. But to each his own. I don't coach there. I don't know. So with that being said, I'm not going to pick this game. I'm not going to pick this game. I'm not going to pick this one. I haven't seen Meridian enough to make a educational opinion, educational educated decision. My bad, saying it all wrong, talking about education, ain't that about bitch? I couldn't make an educated opinion because I haven't seen Meridian play yet. I have seen Kettle Run play. So we're going to see tonight who goes 2-0 between these two, man. Next up, we got James Wood versus Dominion. James Wood is 1-0. Dominion's on 1. Dominion's out of my area. James Wood plays the teams in my area because I believe they're in the same district, same conference. So therefore, James Wood is on the screen. I do know James Wood had a big win week 1. Can't remember right off the top of my head who it was that they played. Let me go to my trusted notepad and see if I can't get them pulled up real quick and get y'all who they played. Because I like to give y'all the right information. You feel me? And wow, James Wood played Clark County, small old Clark County out in Burryville. 44-3, they did what they were supposed to do. We're going to see if they can do the same thing with Dominion. Dominion's 0-1. Can James Wood go 2-0? If James Woods goes 2-0 in the district, and Eastern View loses to Culpeper tonight, and Liberty takes another L, that could set our area back to Winchester early, because Sharando could possibly be 2-0 again tonight, which is going to suck, because come playoffs, that means we're going to have to try. So, it is what it is, man. Let's get back to the next one. As we get to the next one, speaking of the devil, Liberty is in the building with Hanley. Again, we seen what Liberty did last week. We seen what happened with them versus Kettle Run. I posted the videos. I posted the highlights. The quarterback did all he could for Liberty. A lot of holding penalties, unnecessary penalties, guys running to each other during the play. But again, they're a young team going through a rebuild, so anything is subject to happen. You get what I'm saying? But Hanley, we seen Hanley last week win the game. Again, the game was better than the score, but we seen Hanley get a good win to start the season off. Hanley is fast. Hanley got a boy up front. I'm gonna be watching the game while I'm streaming the game. Don't judge me. But I got 4 or 5 iPads, iPhones. I'm gonna be watching the game while I'm streaming the game. Listen, 57 is a handful. If there's somebody from Liberty, a fan, a parent, a player, a coach, anybody that cares about Liberty Center, whoever that may be, 57 from Hanley is a handful. Forewarn them. I'm going to say it again. What up, Jarvis? What up, cuzzo? What you doing, Brody? 57 from Hanley is a problem in the middle. Let your center know right now, and to strap on his boots, it's going to be a long night. I'm just telling you. Let the backers know. Number 1 will be all over the field. Wide out, running back, tailback. He is a problem. I'm just being honest. Let them know ahead of time. I'm going to the Eastern View and Culpeper game, bud. I'm going to Eastern View and Culpeper. Listen, Hanley looks good. Hanley looked real good. They look like Hanley. They look like Hanley doing what Hanley does. Power football, running the ball. That's what Hanley does, and that's what Hanley did. It's not a surprise whatsoever. And that's what they're probably going to do tonight. I'm almost positive that that's what they're going to do tonight. So in this one, I'm going to have to say that I'm going to go with Hanley. I'm going to go with Hanley with the win on this one. No disrespect. Those that know the game, know football, know what it is, and it is what it is. I got to go with Hanley on this one. Hanley for the 2-0, Liberty with 0-2. Unless something miraculous happens. You never know. AP can throw the ball. Sorry, I meant not to say names. Quarterback from Liberty can throw the football. So if his receivers is on their A game, you never know. But if not, Hanley's going to run that ball, and they're going to run that ball, and they're going to run that ball. So they better be ready. Next up, we got Stafford. Stafford and Unity Reed, both 0-2. Both in the area that I cover. Unity Reed got mollywhopped. Again, I told y'all when I did the recap on the score, Unity Reed lost a lot of key players. They lost 2 brothers that are very, very key players. And they lost the head coach who stepped down. Who, again, when you take a coach that's respected by his players and his parents, is going to take a hit. So Unity Reed is 0-1 right now. Probably going to drop to 0-2. Stafford lost the game. Stafford lost their first game. Well, I can't say that they're probably going to drop to 0-2 because Stafford, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they took a lumper. they took a lumping as well. I could be wrong. But they did not. Stafford did not take a lumping. Yep, I'm picking this game. Stafford over Unity Reed. Stafford goes 1-1. Stafford just was in a dogfight with Woodbridge High School. They lost by 2 touchdowns, but hell, it was 54-40. I mean, they lost by 2 tutties, but they put up 40. They put up 40. So I'm definitely going with Stafford in this one. Stafford, with all due respect, Stafford over top of Unity Reed. They're going 2-0. Sorry, I worked out today with that mile. My legs started cramping a little bit. I had to move around. But I'm going with Stafford in this one, man. Stafford over Unity Reed. Y'all see I'm not picking all. I'm only picking the ones where I know what's going on with the teams. Stafford over Unity Reed. Easy win for Stafford. Should be. You never know. Anything could happen. On to the next one. We got Alexandria City, which I do not follow. That's my homeboy, the comedian. Make sure y'all go follow my man, Gunner the comedian, on Facebook. Hilarious. I'm not even going to lie. It should be so real, it's funny. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Funny dude. But Potomac Senior High School, 1-0. They coming into the building trying to go 2-0, trying to have them a good year, trying to start off right. And we all know that when you start off the year, let's keep it a band. When you start off the year 2-0, it's a different type of energy going late into the season. That's who punished Unity Reed last week, 54-0. 54-0 is what they did to Unity Reed. So I'm definitely going with Potomac Senior High School, 2-0 over the Titans in this game. Not even a question. Next up, we got a good one next, though. We got a good one up next. We got a good 6A football game right here, folks. A good 6A football, well-respected 6A programs. We see what it is. Patriots 0-1. I was told they don't look the same, that they lost a couple pieces, but we know that it's a good program. We're not going to sit here and act like they don't. In fact, let's go see who they actually lost to. Let's go see who they actually lost to, right? Let's go see who they lost to. I know I did the what's the name? They lost to Westfield. We're not going to act like Westfield is a slump team. Again, former state, multiple former state championship. We're not going to act like, they're not a good team. Appreciate you, Reg. We're not going to act like it's not a good team, but we know Colonial Forge is a good team, too. Colonial Forge has been a good team for a long time. We're not going to act like we don't know that Colonial Forge is not a good team. They 1-0 for a reason. They got their first win last week, 34-14 over South County. So we're going to see how this one pops off. Will it be a 1-1, or will Forge start off 2-0, and will Finn go 0-2? I can't even remember. My memory's not that great, though. I mean, football-wise, it normally is, but I can't remember the last time Patriots started off the season 0-2. Come on. Will it happen this year? We're going to see, man. I don't know. But up next, we got Osborne looking to bounce back against North Stafford. Somebody's going to get their first win. Listen, I'm going to keep it funky with you. I'm going to keep it all the way raw. I'm going to make a pick on this one. I watched film. I watched them both play. I definitely did watch them both play. Osborne lost in a tight game. We know Osborne lost in a tight game. I talked about it. We know Osborne lost in a tight game because I talked about it when we did the score update. And they're a young squad. They're a young squad. They lost to a well-coached Colgan team. Coach Lauren over there, I say his name. That's the Brody I played ball with him. They lost to a Colgan team, 35-42 with a young squad. So I got them. I'm going to say it. I'm going to make the pick. I'm going to make the pick because, again, I've seen both these teams enough to where I feel like I can make the pick. And I'm going to say I'm going with Osborne. I'm going with Osborne in a dogfight. And the reason I'm going with Osborne in a dogfight is because I know that them young men are bothered by that tough L. I know that them young men are hungry. I know that them young men still feel some type of way about their coach. As I've seen on Facebook, a lot of these young men have posted their coach. Free their coach. Bring back their coach. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to come out hungry today. Don't be shocked, because I'm saying it now. Osborne over North Stafford. North Stafford lost the battlefield. North Stafford lost the battlefield in a close game. But we know that Battlefield lost a very key up front. Very key player up front. Not going to say his name, not saying no kids' names. But we know that they lost a very key player up front, and I think that that made a difference in that Battlefield North Stafford game. I'm going with Osborne. Call it an upset if you want. But I'm going with Osborne with a hungry win. That's what I'm saying. Osborne with a hungry win. I think them kids are feeling some type of way, so I think they're going to get the win. Next up, we got Manassas Park and Parkview, both 0-1. Parkview's going to be 1-1. Sorry, Manassas Park, it is what it is. Y'all have a lot more to build. I watched y'all play against Falk here. Y'all got a long way to go. Your roster's not that big. Your team ain't that big in size either. And I understand that with your area you live in, but you got a long way to go, Manassas Park. So I'm going to say Parkview goes 1-1 over Manassas Park. Oh, we got another good one up. Oh, boy. Excuse me. Oh, boy, we got a Hungry Hilton. Hungry Hilton is what you should call him. Hashtag Hungry Hilton, now trending. Hashtag Hungry Hilton, now trending. Are the dogs going to eat? When you give a shout out to a player, I'm always going to put it on the screen. When you give a shout out to you, Reggie. Appreciate it. You know the vibes, Brody. You know the vibe. But when you give out a shout out, gotta have it. Gotta have it. So shout out to Kenny said a shout out to number 25 on Unity Reed. Shout out to number 25 on Unity Reed, man. But we got OP and Hilton. OP 0-1. Starting off with the first win in a long. When's the last time OP started off the season with a win right out the gate? Was Niki Terrell there? But here we go. Here we have it. We got OP. OP versus Hilton. Hilton lost a tough game, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I went back and watched that Hilton game because my Brody's over there head coaching now. So I went and watched, I had to go watch. I try to watch all my homies' games at some point in time thanks to the app. But Hilton lost the game to Freedom, South Riding, 7-13. 7-13. You know what I mean? That's not bad. That's a tough game. They lost to South Riding, Freedom and South Riding. OP got their first win, though. OP got their first win of the season, convincingly. But they beat up another team that's in the rebuild, refold, regrow, whatever you want to name it. They beat another team that's not really... They beat Freedom out in Woodbridge. We know what they went through. We know clean sweep. Like, they just lost everything, everybody. They in a rebuild, too. So we really can't... You get what I'm saying? We really can't... We can count the win because they're 1-0. But how much did you put on the win? Well, tonight, we're going to see if they can keep it going. Is that real? Is that 40-0 win real? Hilton is going to give them a test. I've seen both these teams play, but I've seen Hilton play a pretty good team. I've seen OP play, You feel me? So I can't really judge this game. I'm not going to pick on this one. I'm not going to make the pick on this one. I got to see both these teams one more week to get a true vision of what they can do and what they got going on. So this game is a no pick for me. Good luck to both sides. Not going to pick this one. Oh, but this next one. Ooh. But this next one, we got Woodbridge in the building, revamped, re-energized. The staff is on point. Not going to say, okay, I'm not biased. I'm never biased. But, I got some homies over there in that green and yellow. I got some youngins that I coached over in that green and yellow. I got some family over in that green and yellow. So, but I'm not biased. I'm going to call it like I see it. And Gainesville lost a lot. I believe Gainesville got a new head coach, another new head coach or whatever. I think they got a new head coach as well. Like I said, a lot of high schools in the area got new head coaches this year. But Woodbridge, they've been on fire since the spring. I said this when I recapped the game scores from last week. They won by 2 touchdowns. They've been hot since the spring. We know that they can run the ball because of the 2 backs. They got to know them personally. I'm just saying. Again, I'm not saying no kids' names unless parents DM me and say I can say their names. But I know the backs. I know the corners. I know the receivers. I know the linebackers. And I know the coaches very well. 2 of them anyway. Maybe more. Woodbridge over Gainesville. Convincingly. How about that? That's how I'm going with it. Woodbridge goes to 2-0 over Gainesville convincingly. That's where I'm going with it. So that's who I'm picking on this one. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to put that word on the end to make sure y'all get it what I'm saying. Convincingly. Watch what I tell you. They won the last one by 2 touchdowns. I think it was 40-something to freaking Woodbridge won by 2 touchdowns, 54-40. They put up 54 points. I know the defensive coach over there was not happy about them giving up 40. I'm pretty sure they paid the price for that because I know that guy pretty damn good. So with that being said, I got Woodbridge in this one convincingly. I see them putting up the same points because they're going to have the same weapons. And I see the defensive coach getting the problem. Whatever the problem was, I'm almost sure they got it fixed this week in practice. You get what I'm saying? Next up, we got a battle with the Bears. Where Dino at? Where my bro Dino at? Next up, we got a battle with the Bears, man. We got a battle with the Bears. The Bruins from Forest Park. Bears, Grizzlies, whatever you want to call it, from Riverbend. The battle of the Bears. How is it going to happen? What's going to go down? We got the Bird versus the 703. What's going to pop off? We seen what Riverbend did last week. Woo, woo. Foot taps. BTA. Convincingly. Can they do it this week against Forest Park, who won their game as well last week? One of these teams is going to take their first L tonight. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Riverbend? Is it going to be Forest Park? Still going to be pretty humid at that time. You see, it's going to be 82 degrees. So we're going to see what's popping with that game. I'm not picking that battle of the Bears. I'm going to mind my business. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that Bears shit. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to mind my business. I'm not going to pick the winner of that game. I just can't. I haven't seen Forest Park play yet. So don't get it twisted. That's the only reason I'm not picking it, because I haven't seen Forest Park play yet. So I can't pick a game. I can't pick a game where I haven't seen one of the teams play. That would be an uneducated decision. You feel me? So we're going to go on over here to Brook Point and Colgan. Brook Point and Colgan. Colgan just got a good win this past weekend versus Osborne. Again, a good team that's young. But now you're getting ready to go against a little more experienced Brook Point, who also pulled their belt out and gave it to somebody this past weekend in week 1. So Colgan, can you go 2-0? Can you? We've seen you go. We've seen you in a heavyweight fight with a younger team. Now what can you do with a veteran team? We're gonna see what pops up. We're gonna see what happens. They're a little bit older, a little more experienced. A couple of these kids been playing together for a long time out there with Coach AV and that Stafford's Night program. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if Brook Point comes out of this one with the win. In fact, don't be surprised about me picking Brook Point to come out with the win. Yeah, I'm picking Brook Point High School. Out in that Stafford, Fredericksburg, that shit's all confusion out there. But out in that area, down 17, I'm picking down 17 to win over 234. Down 17 to win over 234. I'm picking Brook Point over Colgan. I could be wrong. Lauren, I'm sorry. I apologize, but I got to go with what I know. I've seen both play. I watched the Colgan Osborne game. I watched some of the Brook Point game. I got to go with what I know. My man Lloyd says, shout out. I told y'all, if I see a shout out, I'm going to show the shout out. Shout out. My man Lloyd says, shout out to number 9 for Woodbridge. Shout out to number 9 for Woodbridge. She said, got a brother reffing in this game. Got a bro reffing in this game. I feel sorry for them teams. Oh, we got another shout out. Shout out to number 52, Marcus Cox. Shout out to number 52, Marcus. I know Big Marcus. Shout out to him. They look hot over at Brickport right now. Like I said, I got to give the shout-outs when I see the shout-outs, man. That's what we here. We're about spotlighting the kids, so I got to give a shout-out, man. On to the next game, man. We got Brentsville getting their first game of the season going against Briarwood. Brentsville hasn't played anybody. I haven't seen Briarwood, so, I can't really speak on that game. Don't know much about it. I know Brentsville lost a lot. We know that Eastern View's old coach is now at Brentsville, so this is his debut over at Brentsville. We seen what Eastern View's new head coach did against Hanley. Didn't look too bad. Got some things to work on. But Brentsville at Briarwood, that's tough. Briarwood's normally good. They're 1-0. So we're going to see how he pans out with his new team in this first game of his. And then we got Battlefield and Mountain View. Both 1-0. Mountain View, I believe, won pretty convincingly. Battlefield had a little bit of a tight game. So we're going to see how this one pans out, Battlefield versus Mountain View. Hey, that's going to be a good game, though, because you got two coaches. Did Santino retire? I don't think he did. You got two coaches coaching these two teams that used to coach together at Culpeper High School. Both of them were my coaches. Hatfield was my defense coordinator. Santino was the head coach. They know each other. This should make for a good game. We always say matchups make a good game. This should make for a good game. Two head coaches used to be on the same staff at a successful school. That makes for a good game. I'm just being honest. But let's get to the game of the week. Can we get to the game of the week? Can we get to the hometown VHSL game of the week, in my opinion? This is the VHSL game of the week. The local locker room VHSL game of the week, in my opinion. The backyard brawl. It has to be the game of the week for local locker room. I went to high school in Culpeper County. Both of these schools in Culpeper County. And bragging rights is at hand in this game. He retired, thank you, Lord. Bragging rights is at hand in this game. We just saw the JV from Culpeper knock off Eastern View. And as my fam, my sandbox fam, my hood fam, Tyrone Butler said, if you know, you know. If you from around the way like LL Cool J, then you fully understand and you know what it means for Eastern View to knock off Culpeper, whether it be JV or varsity. If you're from around the way, you know what it means. Feel the win. Blue Devil pride. Oh, we got some hometown folks with some upsets. Where's all the locals at? Where's all the locals at? We got some hometowns. Mr. Lloyd Crop says, Coach Lloyd Crop, I shall say. Let me get it right. CCHS with the upset. Hey. EJ Kenny says, I think Culpeper is taking it this year. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of my favorite games to watch. Records go out the window. Past accomplishments go out the window. The only thing that is remembered from the past is who won last. And we seen, let's keep it funky. We've seen in the past Eastern View dominate this rivalry since they've been here. The same way we watched Liberty dominate the Berg Bowl for years, over a decade, dominate the Berg Bowl against Fauquier. But tables turn. Tables do turn. Fauquier showed us that last year when they knocked off Liberty in the Berg Bowl. We seen that yesterday when Culpeper's JV knocked off Eastern View. Yesterday or the day before, one of those days. Day before, I think it was. Right? Is now the time that Culpeper finally knocks off Eastern View. Is this the moment that the Blue Devil pride has been waiting for? How much Blue Devil pride will be in the building tonight? Terrence Dinkins, Derek Fields, Daniel Winning, the Cagle brothers, Stephen Barber, the Jenkins brothers. How much Blue Devil pride? I just named a lot of Brandon Jenkins. Man, it's so much talent that come out of Culpeper High School. I can't even listen. How many people from the Culpeper 1999 state championship team, the upset kids, how many people will be there to root on their Blue Devils as they not only try to knock off Eastern View in the backyard brawl, but they try to go 2-0 to start the season? How many will be in the building for the Blue Devil pride? I'm going to be there with my camera out. I'm not going to pick a side. I'm not picking. I lied. I ain't picking a side. But I'm picking a winner. Psych, no, I'm not. I'm not going to pick a winner until the live gets ready to start. I got to see the energy at the field. When I start the live, I will pick who I think's going to win because I got to see the energy at the field. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, Kenny. EJ Kenny just changed his. Wait a minute. EJ Kenny just changed. Did we have a change of heart? Hold on now. EJ Kenny said, I think Culpeper takes it this year. That was previously. Then he just came back and said, Eastern View 14-0 over CCH. Which one, EJ? Come on, man. You just confused. Just wait. Just wait, EJ. That's what I'm going to tell you to do. Just wait. Make your decision. You feel me? Make your decision. Miss Selena said this is going to be a good game. I know I seen it. Oh, there you go. Said it is. Again, y'all, that is a football monitor. It is going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. But something tells me, CC, they smell blood. They know that Eastern View is wounded. CC's coaching staff has been there longer. They got that chemistry now. They work well together. I watched Spider and Tyrone with that JV game coaching their ass off. No disrespect to Eastern View, but I watched it. I seen it. I hadn't seen that type of energy on the CC sideline in a while. It was there in the JV game. So I seen the kids walking around. I know some of the kids from both sides. I know some of the kids from Eastern View. I know some kids from CC. Coach from both sides. Coach kids on both sides. I see the energy. This game is going to be a good game. This game is going to be, I expect the place to be packed. So I'm going to get there early so I can get me a seat. And I expect the energy on both sides to be high. I expect the energy on the field to be high. I expect the coaches, listen, people say that bragging doesn't matter, bragging rights don't matter. But I gotta say, it matters. If you're from Culpeper, this game matters. Damn near more than any other game. I'm just gonna, regular season game, I'm just gonna be honest with you. This game matters, this game, and that's why I'm taking the energy on this game. Let's see some more comments on this game because the locals is coming in here. He said, I'm not changing it, I'm just stating facts. Selena said, hey, she gave a shout out to Hayden. He's gonna wreck the middle. Listen. Selena says, low scoring game. I can respect that. I can see the game being played between the 20s. I can see that. I can see both teams moving the ball. But Eastern View has a field goal kicker. And I found out today from some former Eastern View players that this is a legacy kicker. He's had two other brothers who were kickers at Eastern View. Everybody knows that the kickers make a difference. The kickers make a big difference. Because if you can get inside that 20, you can kick that field goal. CC definitely got more chemistry. That's why I said I can't pick this one, man. It's tough to pick this one. It's tough to pick this one. See what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to say that this game right here is going to be a block burner. And I'm going to have to say I'm going to agree with Selena. I got this being a low game. I'm talking 14-7, maybe 12-21. I don't see no 30 points, 40 points from either side. I see a low-scoring, hard-fought game. Might even see an overtime. That's what I told the kids today. I told some kids today that this one might end in overtime. This might be a remake of the Floyd T. CMS game that we just seen at the middle school. This one just might end in OT. Listen, man, the game is at Eastern View. How many of the Field to Win fans is going to be? It didn't seem that packed against Hanley. It didn't. How many of the Cyclones, how many of the returning players from all the histories and all the teams that the Cyclones had, how many are going to return to see if the Cyclones can keep the history going? Will history repeat itself this year? Or will the devil dance? Will the devil dance? We're going to see what's going to happen, man. The Blue Devils of Culpeper take on Eastern View in what I feel is the backyard brawl, the best game of this week in my area. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Also, I am getting ready to do a local area rankings. Will not include Prince William County. It will include Orange, Madison, all the schools in Culpeper, all the schools in Fauquier. I don't watch enough of the schools in Fredericksburg and Stafford, though I could probably get with my homie Big Dude Rambo because I know he's out in that area, and get with him. But I am going to do a local ranking type thing just for the schools in my area, man. With that being said, I like y'all. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Next time, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you watch high school football, this is where you want to be, right here, man. Local Locker Room Network. If you watch high school football, this is where you want to be, especially if you're in the Stafford, Prince William County, and my local area. Because we're going to get back to the basics, man. We're going to get back to high school football. Little League football got enough media. That's my opinion. Just to explain why I'm making the switch back. I'm not changing up. For those that know, I'm making the switch back into high school football because I feel as though the youth football has enough media in our area, man. They do a very good job at what they do. We got Big Dude Rambo down in the 540 area. Dino Bravo in his area doing what he do. We got my brothers in AAP out there in Richmond in the 757 area. So we got more than enough. We got the homies out there, HS with the shooters out there, and the DMVAC area out in DC and Maryland. So we got enough media for the youth. I'm still going to be in the media with the youth. I'm still going to do what I do. But when it comes to this blogging thing, this production thing, y'all see what my focus is going back to. High school football. Gotta love it. Gotta have it, man. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. If you get any highlights from the high school games this week, I'm trying to do a spotlight on the show on Mondays when we do our Monday morning show, our morning shows on Mondays. Our pregame shows are going to be on Fridays. So you can get the recap from the weekend on Monday, and then we can talk about the games coming up on Friday. But if you get any highlights from the games this weekend, Friday night, or whatever the case may be, if you get any highlights, good highlights, don't send me no Android shit. Don't send me no shit that's blurry that I can't see with 2 megapixels. Don't send me no Obamacare phone videos. Please. Please. You feel me? Right, Lloyd? It's 100 lives. Oh, wait. Wait, Lloyd got it. Wait a minute. Lloyd got a pick. Lloyd said 14-7 CC. We're going to see, bro. We're going to see, fam. We're going to see. So if you get any videos, your kids, somebody else's kids, great touchdown play, any of that type of stuff, please send it in to me, man, with the kid's name, the kid's position, and the kid's graduation year so that we can make that happen for them. Because we want to start spotlighting the kids, but I got to have the videos. So I'm going to be out there tonight, man. If you get videos from games, highlights from certain games or whatever the case may be that I'm not at, send me the video to my DM. My bad. Send the video to Local Locker Room Live's DM. All right? Then make a post saying video sent. Tag me in the post so I can make sure I go and get the video. Make sure you tell me what game it is. Tell me the position of the kid. Because we want to start highlighting the kids, spotlighting the kids like we used to do, man. Like we used to do. So, again, I appreciate you. Again, it was another day in the locker room, man. We here, we back. Much love, much respect. And on that note, I'm out of here. See ya.